Trader Joe's runs no loyalty program, no coupons, no weekly sales, no e-commerce, and next to no advertising. It breaks nearly every rule modern grocery lives by, and it earns more money per square foot of floor than almost any grocer in America. More than Whole Foods, more than Kroger, more than the store you actually shop at. Every giant chain is racing to add apps, ads, and delivery. Trader Joe's added none of them. That refusal isn't the weakness, it's the entire machine. Undervalued. The business they don't teach you. Start with everything Trader Joe's refuses to do. There's no loyalty card because it collects no data on you at all. No app to track your cart. No coupons, no flash sales, no members-only price. The number on the shelf is the number everyone pays, every day. It won't sell you a thing online. No delivery, no curbside, no website checkout. And it spends almost nothing on advertising. No TV spots, no billboards, barely $1 chasing you around the internet. Every one of those is a tool its rivals swear by. Trader Joe's said no to all of it. The strange part is that saying no keeps working. Follow the shelves. Here's the first piece of the machine. Walk into a normal American supermarket and you'll find around 30,000 different products. Walk into a Trader Joe's and you'll find about 4,000. That's not a smaller store making do. It's a deliberate cut. Roughly one product for every 7 or 8 arrival stocks. One good olive oil instead of an entire aisle of them. One marinara worth buying, not a shelf of maybes. Fewer choices sounds like a downside, and for some shoppers it is. But every product it drops frees up something the giants are desperate for. Shelf space, attention, and buying power, all concentrated. Watch what that concentration does to the price tag. This is where the low price comes from. Because Trader Joe's stocks so few products, it sells an enormous amount of each one. Picture a normal grocer splitting its ketchup sales across 10 brands. Trader Joe's sells one, so that single ketchup moves the volume of all 10 combined. That depth is leverage. It walks into a supplier ordering more of one item than almost anyone on earth, and it names its price. Then it goes further. About 80% of what's on the shelf is Trader Joe's own label, bought straight from the makers, often the same factories that fill the national brands, minus the middleman and the marketing. Fewer products, sold deeper, cutting out the brand tax. That's how you stay cheap without ever running a sale. So why refuse to discount? Every other grocer trains you to wait for the deal, to clip the coupon, to earn the loyalty points. Trader Joe's finds that whole game insulting. Its promise is blunt. The same low price for everyone, every day, no card required. A loyalty program would mean tracking you, and it has decided your grocery list isn't its to harvest. A weekly sale would mean the shelf price was a lie the other 51 weeks. So there are no points, no tiers, no data file with your name on it. You don't earn the discount. The discount is just the price, and that price is doing something to the floor almost no grocer can match. Here's the number that shouldn't be possible. Sales per square foot. How much money a store wrings out of every foot of floor. It's the truest measure of retail efficiency, and Trader Joe's leads the country. Business Insider's grocery ranking put it near $1,723 a square foot. Whole Foods, the supposed premium leader, did about $937. Kroger, under $500. The average American supermarket, around $360. Fortune's estimate landed even higher, close to $1,750. A chain with no app, no ads, and no sales earns nearly double the store built to beat it, and almost 5 times the typical supermarket. Now ask who's actually allowed to run a business this way. The answer is ownership. Trader Joe's isn't public. No stock, no quarterly earnings call, no activist investor demanding an app by spring. In 1979, the German billionaire Theo Albrecht, one half of the family behind Aldi, bought the chain from its founder, Joe Coulomb, who'd opened the first Trader Joe's in 1967. It's been privately held ever since, inside one of the most secretive fortunes in Europe. Today, it's more than 600 stores and 50,000 employees, ringing up around $16.5 billion a year by most outside estimates. Private is the whole permission slip. No shareholder can force it to chase online sales, junk the everyday price, or add a loyalty program to juice a quarter. It answers to no market, so it keeps doing the boring thing that works. There's exactly one way it markets itself. For a company that barely advertises, Trader Joe's markets constantly, just not the way you'd expect. Its main pitch is a paper newsletter called The Fearless Flyer, part catalogue, part comic, written like a story instead of a coupon book. It started in 1969 as a wine tasting report and became the Flyer in 1985. The rest is people. The crew in the loud shirts paid around $20 an hour, with benefits and nearly 4 in 5 managers promoted from the checkout line, who'll actually walk you to the almond butter. And you telling a friend about the thing you found. That's the budget: a newsletter, a well-treated staff, and word of mouth doing the work a giant ad spend does for everyone else. Which points at the real reason it holds together. Now put the pieces together, because they feed each other. Fewer products means Trader Joe's buys each one deeper, which means lower costs. Lower costs, plus its own private label, means low prices without a single sale. Low prices, plus staff who like their jobs, means shoppers who feel like they've found a secret. And those shoppers do the advertising for free, so it never has to buy any. Every refusal funds the next one. No sales protects the everyday price. No ads is paid for by word of mouth. No e-commerce keeps the stores small, 10 to 15,000 square feet, against a 70,000-foot supermarket, packed and productive per foot. It didn't find a clever trick. It stripped grocery down to the parts that create value and deleted the rest. But strip a business this far and you give things up. Here's the honest cost. Now the fair version, before the comments write it for me. If you want a specific national brand, a particular soda or cereal, Trader Joe's simply won't have it. Take it or leave it. There's no delivery when you're sick and no cart to fill at midnight. The treasure hunt shelves mean the product you loved can vanish for good with no explanation. And because it's private, every sales figure here is an outside estimate, since the company confirms almost nothing. The small, packed stores that drive those numbers also mean crowded aisles and long lines on a Sunday. The anti-strategy is real. It also isn't free. It works by making you accept less, which is exactly what makes the last number land. So here's what Trader Joe's actually is. Not a grocer that forgot to modernize. A grocer that looked at every modern trick. The apps, the ads, the loyalty points, the endless aisles, and decided each one was a cost, not a feature. It grew by subtraction. It won by refusing to compete on the terms everyone else accepted. No loyalty program, no sales, no ads, no online store, and the highest sales per square foot in American grocery. The anti-strategy is the strategy. That was never an accident. Trader Joe's spent almost 60 years convincing you it's just a quirky little grocery store. It's actually one of the most disciplined businesses in retail. Here's my question, and I want real answers in the comments. What other company wins by refusing to do the thing its whole industry swears is mandatory? Drop it below. It might be the next episode. Subscribe for one hidden machine a week. Next up, In and Out, the chain that refuses to grow.